Welcome to Soul Mastery for the soul-led entrepreneur who desires it all, purpose, power, and profits. I am your host, Chaitali Desai, and I am a business mentor who has helped countless entrepreneurs build and scale their businesses utilizing the lens of human design, hypnosis, and nervous system regulation to not only increase their impact, but also their income. Today, this is for my entrepreneurs and high achievers. Did you know that you're made up of 4 bodies? This is something I shared on my profiles this week, and I was surprised with some of the reactions or some of the comments that came back. And I wanted to do this podcast specifically to kind of dive a little bit deeper into it. So you are comprised of 4 bodies: the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. And all of these bodies together actually control how you mentally and physically whole you are, or how mentally and physically whole you are, how connected, because they each control how you feel mentally and physically, which means it's so important to take care of your whole body, all 4 bodies. So let's get into it. The 4 bodies. Let's start with the physical body. And again, I'm no higher. I'm just going through the different bodies in no particular order. So the physical body, it's pretty straightforward. It's our skin, our organs, our brain, the actual physical brain, everything from our ears to our skeleton system to our organs, veins, ligaments, everything physical. Our nails, our hair. So it represents our physical experience in this lifetime, in the world. It's our physiology, our ability to heal, and the actual physical components of living, right? Then we have our mental body, our thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, judgments, prejudices. It's also how we perceive our own sense of worth and value in the world, which I think is a little bit surprising, right? You think that would be associated more with the emotional body, but it's mental. We're going to come back to that in just a bit. Your mental body also represents education, including your analytical thought, your ideas, how we process information, how we use our words. It's also about our focus, our clarity, the direction we're going in. Our next body is our emotional body. And I think this is actually one of the most, I don't want to say complicated, but there's a word. I can't think of it, so let's skip it. Our emotional body is also straightforward. It's our emotions, and our emotions directly affect all of the other bodies. I mean, they're all interconnected, but your emotions are they're so supercharged, right? Because of it's our emotions. So when we're really excited about something, or we're really pissed off about something, or sad about something, those emotions carry such a charge, and they actually get stored in our body. Your emotional body includes everything from your nervous system to your tears to our hormones. Hello, hormones. We'll get into hormones on a different episode, but just know, holy crap. It is a ride with your hormones, depending on your age. And if you're female, I'll just leave it at that. Your emotional body is also the bridge that connects the physical and mental bodies. Again, because your emotions store such a strong charge that it will directly affect what we do or don't do, how we think, what we don't think. When your emotions also define your feelings and your connections to everything. So how we interact, how we react and interpret and respond to situations and outside energies. Something I want to say about your emotional body. One suggestion I'll make is really to learn to take nothing personally. A really great book on this is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And one of the agreements he talks about in that book is don't take anything personally. If you can practice that and put it and implement it every day, what a game changer that would be for you. I don't love hype words, but it's relevant to this conversation. And then we have our spiritual body. Our spiritual body is our connection to everything from God, Bhagwan, spirit, universe, divine, all the way to Mother Earth, how we treat her, how we interact with her. It also connects us to our heritage, the lineages that we come from, not only in this physical world, but beyond. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about epigenetics before, and it's through the spiritual body that we hold these connections. And this connection between you, the human, and the rest of creation is how our soul connects us spiritually and physically and emotionally with everything around us. It's all connected. So can you see how these different elements of our bodies really, when we look at it from a holistic sense, it is the whole. And as entrepreneurs and high achievers, getting in touch with these 4 different bodies and creating a wholeness, we can start to clear blocks that we weren't even aware of, healing past wounds and beginning to improve our overall health. You guys know I'm a huge proponent of hypnosis. I can't talk about it enough. And one of the things that I love about hypnosis is actually something that I'm somewhat of an expert in, and it's in limiting beliefs, in releasing these blocks so that you can move on. I'll invite you to understand that you don't always need to know what caused the block, why it's there. Sometimes all you want to do is know, oh, well, this kind of feels off. Let me fix it. Let me move past it. Hypnosis. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to email me or send me a message on social. Anyways, back to today. This is also why when we don't feel 100% or we feel disconnected, it's one of your bodies. What body haven't you been paying attention to? I'll invite you to do a self-audit and see which one needs tending to. And if you're not sure, start with which body surprised you the most. Which one were you surprised at when you heard it? Because that's the one you've probably been ignoring. Or maybe you just weren't aware of it. But in any event, now you're aware, you get to do something about it. So let's actually start by bringing some balance to the whole and through practical, tactical ways, because you know how I am. So for your physical body, simple movements. Get up and walk. Stretch your body. Some yoga. Me, I'm still a huge proponent of walking. It's so easy. 15, 20 minutes and then up it. Your spiritual body, meditation, hypnosis, EFT tapping. Guys, in my group, in my community, the Soul Confidential Lounge over on Facebook, I have so many complimentary tappings in there, from self-love all the way to dealing with your cravings. And I created many of those because a lot of them I needed, especially that cravings one. It's a whole story. But really getting into stating how I felt and then changing it to how I wanted to feel while tapping through my meridians and allowing the energy to be released. Because as I said earlier, your emotions get stored in your body. So the tapping helps move it out. Your emotional body, before I get into how things you can do, I'm going to invite you to invite compassion to the table. When we start dealing with our emotions, it's really easy to judge ourselves for feeling the way we feel or feeling the way we felt. That doesn't serve you. When we bring compassion to the table, we can look at our emotions as an observer, as someone who's seeing the emotions that were felt. So there's a little bit of distance there. And saying, oh, okay, well, this doesn't feel so great. This definitely felt horrible. Oh, I like how this felt. Bring compassion to the table. And when you start to allow yourselves to feel the full depth of your emotions. And you can start to release the emotions, the tension, the stored stress, the anxiety. And then for your mental body, yoga, excuse me, yoga, walking again, moderate cardio. You could do HIIT. I'm not a huge fan of HIIT, but if it's your thing, get after it. And again, an easy tool to use is tapping, and it addresses all four bodies: mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. I'll invite you to play with that. Another great one for dealing with all of the bodies is grounding. I'm sure you guys have watched Pretty Woman. When you walk, did you remember seeing Richard Gere take his shoes and socks off walking in the park? He was grounding. Below, you'll see that I included a link for a free ebook about grounding. So if you're new to it, it has a step-by-step how to ground, how to set the intention, and it talks about the benefits. And if you have been grounding for a while, I also included some visualizations. It's a tongue twister to help you, especially if you're in cold weather. This way you can get the benefits without having to step outside. So definitely be sure to grab it. I'll include the link below. And then another way to get all four bodies into harmony is literally through food. Myself, I've been upgrading my lifestyle by implementing a mental fitness plan. I know it sounds really like crazy, but it's super simple. I'm focusing on my gut-brain connection. So all that means is I'm focusing on hitting my protein goals, getting my water in, getting my steps in, while limiting caffeine and refined products. And I just want to shout myself out here for a second. I have not had coffee in a week. That is huge. I completely changed my morning routine. I've been incorporating more water, this drink. I just really feeding myself, making sure my energy is focused. I'm feeding my gut bacteria right from the start of the day. And what I've noticed is I'm a lot more mentally clear. You should see how much I'm getting done on my to-do list. And I have the energy at the gym and then continue throughout the day. So really look at what you can tweak in your diet. And if you're like me who is just drinking coffee out of habit, play with it. Maybe try a decaf coffee. Maybe it's not even the caffeine that you need. Or try tea. I don't know. That was huge. That's been such a big deal for me because I was doing it out of habit, right? We all fall into those ruts. And I was like, I'm tired of this. So anywho, while you're incorporating this mental fitness plan, also focus on really high quality pro and prebiotics. That is something I'm doing, and I'm noticing all the research that I've been doing, especially with nervous system regulation, is the more healthy your gut microbiome is, the better your entire body, in this case, all four bodies work. If you have questions about any of that, you can email me or check links below or send me a message on social. I'm happy to have conversations about this with you because it's huge. Anyways, so to keep it really simple for today, the key is to bring awareness and then to take action. So if you know you've been ignoring a certain body or just haven't been aware of it, be curious, turn it into a game and figure out or add new ways of working on that body. Again, physical, maybe it's just starting to walk 10 to 15 minutes a day and then upping it. If it's mental, try tapping or grounding. Grab the link, grab the ebook below. Or if it's spiritual, maybe a guided meditation or journaling. Or when you grab the ebook below, there's a visualization you can start utilizing in there. And then lastly, emotional. And I know this is one that we try to avoid the most. So I'm going to share a radical suggestion here. How can you begin to create an emotional connection with your body, your actual physical body? Meaning, when you're looking at your body, instead of disliking what you see and berating it, how can you bring compassion and self-love into it? Here's a great example because As women, we're always critiquing ourselves. Maybe it's your thighs. How about instead of not loving the fact that your thighs, that thigh gap thing, maybe your thighs touch, instead of critiquing that and berating yourself for it, how about realizing that, oh my God, my thighs are so strong, they're carrying me through life. Your legs literally carry you through life, right? Help us walk everywhere, run everywhere. See how you can implement compassion and find something that you may not love today, but that you like, and then build your way to love. I hope that makes sense. As entrepreneurs and high achievers, having a holistic approach to your life will benefit your business and your bottom line because you'll have the mental wherewithal, the emotional intelligence, the intuitive sense, and the physical capability to build and scale your business. This is actually what it means to be in flow and create ease. Can you see how it's all connected? It's all connected. So if you're interested in the health product I'm using, you can click the link below or please send me a message across social on any Instagram or Facebook. I'm happy to have a chat with you and grab the grounding ebook. It's filled with great information, practical tips to start grounding, start your own grounding practice. Or if it's cold weather, there's a guided visualization in there that you can utilize also. Until next time, I'm Jadali Desai, and this is Soul Mastery. I'm wishing you a beautiful day.